We are ready to kick this into high gear.
Hey everybody, this is Sean B. Bradley.
Oh, this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are live here on Make Money Monday. And if your bank account could talk, if your bank account could talk, what exactly would it say? Today, we're going to be talking about the things that we need to be doing in order to be able to produce at a higher level, in order to be the go-to right now in this market. So let's be honest, if your bank account could talk, what would it be yelling at you? Would it be saying you need to be more consistent? Would it be saying you need to be executing at a higher level? Let's be honest, my friends, most people don't have an income problem. They have a consistency problem. They have an execution problem. They have a problem with allowing their calendar to be their boss. They have a problem with knowing that Monday is the most important day of the week and that you must set the pace on Sunday to make sure that you are on track. The way you start your week on Mondays is the way that you're going to finish your week on Fridays. And you know what? If your bank account could talk, so stop scrolling right now, listen to me. If your bank account could talk, what would it be yelling at you? Today, we're going to get focused. Today, we're going to get down and dirty. Today, we're going to have a heart to heart with ourselves. We're going to dissect, we're going to talk about revenue and the reason that so many people are stuck, or they're staying stuck, or they're not producing the income that they could do, because it's all about your money making activity on a daily basis. Are you performing at a high level, or are you playing small? Are you sitting around waiting to see what happens with the market, or are you making moves, my friend? Today, we're going to get focused on revenue. We've got people joining us now. So if you're watching live, go ahead and give me a hashtag live. If you are watching on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Today, it's all about execution. There's nothing else to talk about but execution, because that is what's going to make the difference between the way that you perform and what is actually showing up in your bank account. So what is the difference between a $20 million producer and someone that is struggling to produce $20,000 in the same business, in the same market, in the same location? What is the biggest difference? The level of execution. The level of execution. And that's why I love Make Money Monday Mentorship. Make Money Monday Mentorship. I love it because this is where we talk about the real nitty gritty. And if you're not doing money making activity every single day, then you're going to be struggling. You're going to be stuck. You're going to be, going around the same mountain over and over. And one of the things that I notice that most people are struggling with is really staying disciplined. And I know we talk a lot about discipline. We talk a lot about, the things that we want to do. But today I really want to get real. Can I get real with you? Put real in the comments. If you're here watching now, if you're watching on replay, go ahead and put real in the comments. Today we're going to get real. Today I want to bring to all my people on TikTok, to all my people on Instagram, to all my people on all the other, I don't know, tell me where you're watching from. Is it Facebook? Is it YouTube? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it live? Is it replay? I want to get real with you today because the truth of the matter is that this is where you come to sharpen your edge. This is where you come to really open your mind to another level. Guys, right now, there are people that are generating multiple closings every month. This is, the place where we really have to get real, and we've got to get, transparent with ourselves. And I love Make Money Monday Mentorship Live because it gets me out of my four walls. And maybe you're still playing at the level where the only one that knows the level of service you give. And man, there's people that are out there giving excellent service. There's people that are out there giving exceptional service. There's people out there that are going above and beyond with their clients, with their community, with what they do and how they do it. But the only one that knows is them. So I have to ask you today, if your bank account could talk to you, what would it be yelling at you? Let's be honest. Would it be saying, man, you're so good at what you do, but you're not doing it consistently enough? You're not doing it at a high level enough. Or would it be saying, you're so good at what you do, but the only one that knows how good you are is you? Would it be telling you, you have to get sharper at what you do? Or would it be telling you, you got to level up? You got to do more of the great things that you do, and you've got to take it outside the four walls. So I want you to drop it in the chat. Where are you watching from? Thank you to those of you that are connected. Thank you for telling me where you're watching from. And we're going to get serious today because we're living in a market where we all must wake up. Put it in the chat. We got to wake up. We have to wake up, my friends, and we've got to play at a higher level. And it's going to take a lot more muscle. It's going to take a lot more hustle. It's going to take a lot more grit. Oh, I like that. It's going to take a lot more hustle, a lot more muscle, and a lot more grit. Last week, I shared with you guys, you got to get a car. Everybody has to get a car. What does CAR, C-A-R, stand for? If you were with me last week, tell me what CAR stands for. I'll remind you. You've got to get more consistent. You've got to get more accountable, and you've got to get more responsible. And I love when people tell me that they are their own accountability partner, because that does not work. It doesn't work not to have an accountability partner, because we are not strong enough to hold ourselves accountable, because we are the ones with the drunk monkey telling us, we're not good enough. That wasn't good enough. You got to get more ready. Do it tomorrow. You're tired. You got to wait. And that's why it's so important that we all wake up. We all wake up and start having some real conversations with us. So, number one, what is a money-making activity? What is one of the number one money-making activities? Write it down. I'm teaching this at MMA Monday Masterclass. And you know what? People are still falling short of remembering it. There's no need for more information. As a matter of fact, one of the things I know, if your bank account could talk to you, it would say, you don't need more leads. You're not even working the leads you have. You don't need more information. You're not even implementing the information that you have. You're not reviewing it. You're not studying it. Maybe you're not rehearsing it. Are you planning and preparing? Are you planning and preparing? So why more information if you're not going to plan it, prepare it, review it, memorize it, practice it, learn it? I remember when I was getting trained by my very first trainer in real estate. Drop it in the chat. How many of you guys know Tom Ferry? How many of you know Tom Ferry? Drop it in the chat. Say me, I, myself, if you know Tom Ferry. I'm going to tell you an interesting story that you don't know. A fun fact that you don't know about me. My very first trainer, let's see who's writing in the chat. Who knows Tom Ferry? Come on, let's get active. Let's get active, my friends. Go ahead and tell me. Do you know Tom Ferry? Yes. Okay, the Academy knows Tom Ferry. In the year 2000, when I hired my very first trainer, guess who my very first trainer was? My very first trainer in real estate, the person that I went to productivity school. I still got my manual. I've got my playbook. I've got my notes from when I went to my very first productivity school. I think it's still called productivity school today. It was Mike Ferry. Guess who Mike Ferry is? There's not a lot of fairies out there, I don't think. I don't know a lot of fairies. Guess who Mike Ferry was, or is? He's still around. Mike Ferry was my very first trainer. And Mike Ferry is Tom Ferry's father. And I can't help but look at Tom Ferry today and what he's accomplished. But I must tell you, he used to be the guy registering us at the registration table. I mean, how many of you knew this? If you knew this, give me a number one. Actually, if you didn't know this, give me a number one in the chat. If you did not know that Tom Ferry's father was my very first trainer, and his name is Mike Ferry, And back in the day, in the year 2000, when I would go to productivity school, Tom Ferry was the person handing out the workbooks, handing out the, worksheets, registering the people showing up to his father's training. And today you see him leading these huge real estate trainings and conferences and all of that. And he's good, but the GOAT is Mike Ferry. The history maker is Mike Ferry. The legend is Mike Ferry. And I love that I can say that I learned from the legend, the GOAT, the OG, the one. And I remember, the fundamentals of real estate, the fundamentals of business. Business is a science. If you're taking notes, who's taking notes? Give me a number 2 in the chat if you're taking notes. Let me check out my people over here on Instagram. Hello, my people on Instagram. I turned more off today so I can work the ones I have. Okay, good. My people on Instagram, thank you. I got people from Punta Gorda watching. Tell me where you're watching from. I want to make sure that I give your city a shout out. Share this live. For those of you on TikTok, share this live with everyone in business, in real estate, outside of real estate. These principles are universal. So let me see here on Facebook, where are people watching from? Tell me where you're watching from. Put your city in there. Put your city there. I'm watching from Naples. Welcome, Naples. Where else are you watching from? Clewiston. Yes, Clewiston in the house. Let's see. Where else are you guys watching from? I love this. Guys, exactly what I'm doing. Trust me, I'm not doing this because I'm an expert. My production company, my production company is a phone, a computer, people behind the scenes, and me, Coach Lucy Q. And I'm proud of it. I am proud of it because done is better than perfect. Fort Myers is in the house. Good. North Fort Myers is in the house. Good. I love it. And that's why I love doing this, because in 2024, I said to my business development director, I said, I'm done. I'm done being the best kept secret. I am done doing everything that I do behind 4 walls. That's why I can. Northport. Welcome. Northport is in the house. You must get loud. You must be seen. You deserve to let the world know, guys, we are living in the best era of business. There are no walls. There are no frontiers. There are no boundaries. There are no city limits. There's no country limits. There's no county limits. There's no limits to what you can do in sharing what you do. What do you do? How do you do it? And who do you do it for? I love to share universal principles, realtors, team leaders, brokers, and anyone in business, because these universal principles are universal. So Make Money Monday Mentorship is about making money. And the number one thing you must get is a car. Everybody write it down. Put it in the chat. I want everybody to write this down, because if you write it, you're intentional about it. CAR, C-A-R. You need consistency, you need accountability, and you need to take responsibility. Let me tell you a story. Someone in the room today had the guts, had the humbleness, had the vulnerability, had the transparency to say, I know it's me, I'm procrastinating. I am procrastinating. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know when I'm supposed to do it. But instead of doing what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it, I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. Give me a number 3 in the chat if you can relate. Give me a number 3 in the chat if you can say, you know what, it's true. I know that I should be doing so much more. And maybe you're thinking and saying, Lucy, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I continuously do the things I shouldn't do. But this is called progress, my friend. Now, the psychology behind Progressive learning. Put it in the chat. Progressive learning. This is what it's going to take. Guys, when I used to go to get trained by Mike Ferry, my very first trainer at the productivity school, you know, I would learn things I never knew before. But then I had to go through the process and the progress of learning so that I could start becoming aware. And the first step is really becoming aware. So when I hear someone take responsibility and I hear someone say, you know what? I know I'm procrastinating. I know I'm playing small. I know I'm doing the things I shouldn't be doing when I'm not supposed to be doing them. And yet the things that I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do them, I don't do them. I know that I'm selling myself short. Today, I said to someone in the room, I said, you know what? A lot of times we convince ourselves, check this out, check this out. I want you to listen to this. If you don't get anything else tonight, get this. A lot of times we are so powerful, we have found a way to survive with the minimum. We have found a way to survive with the minimum effort, minimum wage, minimum results, minimum accountability, minimum, execution. Who's with me? Come on now. Who's with me now? Give me a number 5 in the chat. And for Alberto, if you want me to be your mentor in the USA, you need to connect with me, but I don't know where you're at. And I know I always see your message. So I just want to give you a thank you. But this is where it all begins. Be here every Monday, and then we'll see if I can align with you and if I could really help you, because I can't help everybody. I cannot help everybody. So thank you for that. But let's go ahead and let me check on my people. Let's see, who else do we have here? Hey, coach. Hey, my friends. Hello. Good to see you here. Go share. Everybody that's on Instagram, go share this live, and let's blow up the chat and let's blow up the room tonight. So the first thing we must understand is that we are so powerful. Check this out. You and I are so powerful that even if we're making $200,000 a month, if we really wanted to, we would find a way to survive on $2,000 a month, because we are creatures of habit and we are creatures that are very resourceful when we want to be resourceful. Now, here's the biggest problem. Many of us are still suffering from excusitis. We've got excuses for everything. And this is where I want to help you wake up. Okay? I want to help you wake up. I'm in the state of Florida, on the West Coast, the best coast. So Marilyn 1 is asking, where are you? In what state? I am in Florida, which is the best coast on the West Coast of Florida. So we would find a way. We would find a way to survive with $2,000 a month, even if we were making $200,000 a month before. And that's our biggest challenge, is that our problem is not that we don't know what to do. Your problem is not that you don't know what to do. My problem is not that I don't know what to do. Well, it didn't use it. Before I started executing at a very high level, before I entered this level of, high level consistency, no excuses mindset. If it's to be, it's up to me, game over, go big or go home. Before I entered this new realm of mindset where I was like, you know what, no more blame shifting, no more excuses. I got 168 hours a week. No more hallucinating that I don't have time. How many of you still hallucinate or allow yourself to hallucinate that you don't have time? You've got plenty of time. You just don't have the right priorities that are going to get you the results you say you want to get. So it's not a matter of not having time. It's a matter of priorities. Put it in the chat. I must shift my priorities. You must go from I should do this. I should do a reel. I should do a story. I should put more content out there. I should do an open house. I should make my phone calls. I should follow up with my people. I should send out voice notes. I should send out text messages. I should let more people know what I do, how I do it, why I do it, and who I do it for. And you must turn it into I must. Okay? You got to do I must not hang around with people that are playing at a lower level than me. That's the biggest must, my friends. Oh my goodness. You must stop hanging around with people that are playing at a lower level than you. They are your distractors. Put it in the chat. You are surrounded. I am surrounded by distractors. And I tell people that are trying to distract me, you know what? I'm not in that season right now. I got to be very intentional. I got to show up with intentionality. I don't have time to waste. I only have 168 hours a week. I get 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I got to be on point. Put it in the chat. You got to be on point. You got to be world class. You got to be pro level. You got to perform at a higher level. You got to stop the excusitis. Excusitis. How many of you know someone that has an excuse for absolutely everything? How many of you know someone that has an excuse for absolutely everything? Oh my goodness. You got to be on point. Yes, Michelle, thank you for putting it in the chat. You got to be on point. Like you got to be that world-class kind of person. What does world-class look like to you? If you don't know what world-class should look like in your arena, whatever it is you do, real estate, buyers, sellers, sell shoes, purses, whatever it is you do. If you don't know what world class looks like, go find somebody. Follow me. Everybody go follow me. Go follow me and I'll show you what world class looks like. I'll teach you what world class looks like. And I'll help you develop a world class mindset. Because the truth of the matter is that the arena, check this out. Listen to this. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. This is solid gold, what I'm going to tell you. My friends, the arena, the ocean of average and below average is overpopulated. Woo! That was good. Tell me that wasn't good. Give me 100 in the chat if you agree that was good. Guys, the ocean of average and below average is overpopulated. There's an overpopulation of average and below average people. But when I surround myself with high level, world class, on point, game changers, history makers, action takers, I'm like, my goodness, there's so much room at the top. I'm here to tell you tonight that if your bank account could talk to you, it would yell at you and say, get with it, get with it. There's so much room at the top. You belong at the top. You belong at the top. You deserve to be at the top. You just got to work to be at the top. WORK. Because work works. Work works. Work works. So imagine an ocean. As a matter of fact, a red ocean. It's red. It's a red ocean of average players, below average players, of people that are stuck, of people that are sitting around waiting for somebody to give them permission to go all in. Go all in. Guys, go all in. Go 110% in. Do it. Stop making excuses. You've got 168 hours a week. We broke it down today. I mean, this stuff is powerful. Once you get it, you can't forget it. Put it in the chat. Once I get it, I can't forget it. As a matter of fact, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And if you're like me, I'm like, you know what? It's do or die. Like, I was not born to be average. I don't want to be born to be below average. I don't want to be a murmurer, a grumbler, a complainer. I want to be a game changer, history maker, world class, on point, pro level, high performer, action taker. You got to decide who you want to be, because this red ocean of average and below average people is overpopulated. Like, if you could picture the worst traffic jam, it's in the lane of people with excuses. The lane of people with excuses, suffering from chronic excusitis. Man, they got excuses for everything. They got excuses for everything. Excusitis, chronic excusitis. That lane is, I mean, it's jam-packed. So you've got to figure out how you're going to get where you say you want to go. You've got to figure out how you're going to get where you say you want to go, because you're the one that says you want to go, right? And you know what? This applies to everything in our life. This applies to our spiritual life, our physical life, our mental life, our psychological, emotional. This applies to our business life. This applies to our, just everything in our life, every part of our life. This applies to it. You got to figure out how you're going to get where you say you want to go. And the first thing you got to do is find someone to hold you accountable. And it is not you. If you're still pretending, imagining, hallucinating that you are going to hold yourself accountable, okay, if that was going to work, you would already be where you say you want to be. So you need someone that is willing to hold you accountable. Okay. And listen, I hear you. Oh, but Lucy, I don't want nobody holding me accountable because I don't want nobody telling me what to do. Exactly. That's your problem. There's too much of you in you. 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 You got to let a little bit of that you go so you can kind of replace, right? Because you already got you where you are right now, but there's so much more to go. So let's be honest. You and I, the world does not have an income problem. Okay? We've got an execution problem. And that execution problem is supposed to be backed up by consistency. Like if you and I were more consistent at the gym, if you and I were more consistent lifting weights, if you and I were more consistent drinking water, if you and I were more consistent, right, jogging our 3 miles or 5 miles or whatever it is you do, if you and I were more consistent in reaching out to people and touching base with people, if you and I were more consistent in playing pro level, if you and I were more consistent in focusing on our, priority management, on our choice management, if you and I were more consistent in saying this will get me where I want to go and this will not, so this is not an option, I got to focus on the things that will move the needle for me. If you and I were more consistent in speaking life into us, if you and I were more consistent in hanging around with higher level players, if you and I were more consistent in not just learning but implementing, if you and I were more consistent in calling a thing, if you and I were more consistent in tracking and measuring and managing what I do, could you imagine where we would be? What our life would look like? If you and I were more consistent, because there's always room for more consistency. Somebody said the other day, oh, I went to the doctor and they told me that I have high cholesterol. I said, and when was that? They said last week. I said, yeah, but I saw you eating 2 big donuts this week. What happened? Did something change? Yeah, it's called a decision. This person got the information and I love this person, but they didn't execute on it. So what are we waiting for? See, humans are so powerful that we self-destruct. We are so powerful that we self-destruct. The doctor just told you got an issue. And when are you going to make the decision? And guys, I'm not judging anyone. That used to be me. It's still me in many areas. I haven't figured it all out. I'm not perfect. But you know what? I know better. And when I know better, I do better. Today, this morning, I said, I must go run tomorrow. I must go run because I'm falling short. 2 weeks in a row, I've fallen short of what I know I must do in my minimum exercise routine. I've fallen short. I was traveling, got back, busy, hit the ground running, just no excuses. That was the reason. There's no excuses. So this morning I said, I must go run. And because I had set my intention Sunday night. When does the week begin? Let me ask you guys, when does the week begin? Who could tell me? When does your week begin? And if you really want to blow it out of the ballpark, you got to start practicing your golden hour. I'm going to bring some visuals. I think I'm going to start sharing some visuals on my Make Money Monday mentorship, because I've got a lot of visuals and I'm a visual person. I think we all have 5 senses for a reason. So, I had these visuals I was sharing with you, but, we must understand that it's gonna take a decision. And I practice my golden hour. My golden hour is Sundays. Okay. I know people that practice their golden hour 6 a.m. on Sunday. They're like, my house is quiet, everybody's sleeping. I don't have to be rushing and running, to go anywhere. I don't go to church until 10 or 11 or whatever. So 6 a.m. in the morning on Sundays is my golden hour. Other people, whenever. Well, all I'm telling you is before you lay your head to sleep on Sunday, you must know the design, the framework, and the infrastructure of your upcoming week. The design, the framework, and the infrastructure. Somebody put that in the chat. The design, the infrastructure, and the framework of your coming week. What is my coming week going to look like? What is this? What do I want it to look like? What am I missing? Where am I winning? Where am I falling short? Right? And that's the thing. We get used to performing at, average, below average, or just above average. I'm talking world class. I'm talking on point. I'm talking pro level. And pros, they perform at another level. World class people, they perform at another level. So the bottom line is the golden hour. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So whatever it is you want to call it, the golden hour, whatever you decide, 6 a.m. in the morning, 6 p.m. at night, 9 p.m., as long as you do it on Sunday. Because really, you know what? Sunday is the first day of the week. We just got indoctrinated by the industrial age that we showed up on Monday and we think the week is from Monday to Friday. No, it's not. No, it's not. No. The week begins on Sunday. So if our bank account could talk to us, what would it be yelling at us and saying? Mine's still saying, you got more to give, Lucy. Got to go for more. You got to go. Have you guys watched a boxer? Imagine, I don't know if you guys, somebody put in the chat. I don't like boxing, but I've seen people box. Mike Tyson, Oscar de la Hoya. I don't know whoever else, Holyfield. And you see these boxers get in the ring and they give it all they've got, and sometimes they get knocked out. And who is standing at the resting corner? Who's there waiting for the boxer in the resting corner? Let me see. Put it in the chat. Who is resting? Who is there resting? Waiting for the boxer. Got to get in your lane. Once I won't forget. Yeah, get it, Lucy. Yeah, thank you, Amy. Once you get it, you can't forget it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Who's in the corner? The coach. You think Mike Tyson doesn't know how to box? You think Evander Holyfield didn't know how to box? You think Oscar de la Hoya they didn't know how to box? And yet, who's on the sideline watching them perform? The coach. And what does the coach say? Suck it up, Buttercup. Get in there. The guy is bleeding. Knocked out. I mean, busted eyelid, eyebrow, the whole 9 yards. Their nose is like almost in their forehead. And what does the coach say? The coach says, get it. Get in there. Suck it up. In our world, if we get a coach that pushes us too hard, what do we say about the coach? Oh my God, that coach is so tough. And here's these people getting their brains knocked out and they're like, yeah, coach. Yeah, coach. Yeah, coach. And they go in there and they give it all they've got. And they just, they bring it on. They turn their pain into purpose. They turn their pain into, fuel. And they go back in. You and I, let me tell you, my bank account's still yelling at me. Get back in there, Lucy. go higher, go harder, go bolder, go more brilliant, go brighter. You got more to give. Get back in there, Lucy. Because I'm not where I know I can be. But guess what? I'm giving it my all. I'm doing my reps. I'm showing up. I'm letting my voice be heard. I'm done playing small. I'm done playing small. It is game over. I'm done. The decision was made back in 2024. It's just a matter of consistency, consistency, consistency. I don't care who is bigger, better, bolder, brighter, more brilliant. Consistency will always trump. And I may not be a Tom Ferry, but guess what? I'm a Lucy Q. I'm a Coach Lucy Q. And today we were talking about that. We were talking about my coach, Tony Robbins. And one of the people in the room, check this out, man. Check this out. This is how this works. We were talking about Tony Robbins. And one of the people in the room said, yeah, but you know who Tony Robbins' coach and mentor and teacher was, right? Let me ask you guys know who Tony Robbins' mentor, teacher, coach was or is? I think the gentleman is still around. Who could tell me? I don't know if he's still around. Do you know? Drop it in the chat. Let me ask my people here on TikTok. Who knows the name of Tony Robbins' teacher, mentor? Well, let me tell you, his name is Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is the man that mentored and coached and trained Tony Robbins, right? And then we kept talking and I said, yeah, but you know who the teacher, mentor, and coach for Margarita Pasos is? And then the person was like, no, who is it? I said, it's Brian Tracy. And then all of a sudden I said, and you know what? If you guys keep hanging around with me, one day people are going to know you. People are going to learn from you. And people are going to say, look at how awesome so-and-so is. Oh, her or his mentor, coach, and teacher is Coach Lucy Q. Guys, it's a domino effect. Tell me who you're hanging around with, and I'll tell you where you're going. And a lot of times we think we are all that in a bag of chips, and that's why we say playing small. Oh, Jim Rohn, he passed away. Okay, I wasn't sure. So, you know, you got to decide, because I tell people, listen, I'm just warming up. I'm doing my reps. You know, I'm bringing out everything I've learned for the last 25 years. I'm putting it on the table. I'm putting it on the field. I'm putting it in the ring. I'm just doing my reps. I'm showing up. I'm giving, sowing, planting, feeding, helping, guiding. One day, all this is gonna, and I've got people that see it already. People tell me, oh my God, Lucy, I'm learning so much. Somebody told me today in the room at the MMA Monday Masterclass, this is, what did they say? Like powder gold powder. They said it in Spanish. Oro molido. How do you say oro molido in English? Gold dust. There you go, gold dust. And they said to me, this, what you are sharing in this room is gold dust. I hope these people value this. But you know what? It's not about the people. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me showing up. And giving it all the way because it's for free. And people are like, how much do I got to pay, you know, to go to the Make Money Monday, money making activity Monday Masterclass? Nothing. Now, how much do I got to pay to go to Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp? Nothing. You got to pay a price. It's called time and consistency. Because if you're going to show up every now and then, it's not going to work. Oro molido. Yeah. Oro molido. Gold dust. I think that's how you say it in English. So, you and I don't have a problem of not knowing what to do. Listen to me closely. Our biggest problem is we don't do the things we know. And if we do the things we know, we are not putting in our reps. We're not doing it consistent enough. We're not building that skill set muscle, that mindset muscle, that heart set muscle, that mindset. You know, we're not building that muscle to be stronger at another level, because every level has a new devil. So I don't care if you're a $20 million producer, you're going to need another mindset and another skill set to go to 25 million, to go to 30 million. And as a matter of fact, for those of us that are still just in sales, how long are you going to do sales for? I mean, is that it? You're going to like, you're planning to leave this planet at an open house? Or are you going to elevate yourself to another level? Are you going to shift the table on your own life and say, you know what? Now it's time for me to scale at a higher level. Now it's time for me to be a game changer. You know, what does that look like? What does that look like? So consistency trumps talent. And for those of you that feel like you're not good enough, get consistent, get more consistent, outwork everybody else that you know, outperform everybody else that you know. You may not be the best closer, but if you talk to enough people every single day, you're going to outperform your competition. Let me tell you the problem with this market. The problem with this market, it's been so easy for the last 10 years that we've got too many weak real estate professionals. Okay. And I'm not saying, listen, there's some rock stars out there, but this market and beyond requires another level. I mean, it requires like a 6-pack. It requires, stronger biceps, triceps, mindset, heart set, soul set. It requires another level. It requires another level. We've already lost 30% of our real estate population and counting. And yes, there's people still coming into the market, but you know what? The odds are against them. The odds are against them. So getting focused, okay? You know that every single day you must do the things you know you're supposed to do, even if you don't want to do them. The CEO of my brokerage said it this way. Here's what top performers are not telling you. They also don't always feel like doing what they do. They also don't always feel like showing up when they have to show up. You see, the thing is, you think I do and top performers do, and those people that are winning at a higher level, you think that they do what they do because, oh my goodness, they feel like doing it. No, we don't always feel like doing it. No, we don't always feel like showing up. No, we don't always feel like, we're not tired. We don't always not have problems. We don't always not have pressure. We don't always not have opposition. We don't always sleep like a baby through the night or like a teddy bear through the night. No, we go through stuff too. Everybody goes through stuff. No one escapes. Top producers, top performers, myself, anybody that is making a difference doesn't live in a bubble of perfection or in a perfect world. No, we got issues. We got to face, the higher the level, the bigger the devil. Nobody escapes. But we have trained our brain to dominate. And I love when I hear people, oh, I'm going to dominate the market. I'm going to dominate, this, that, and the other. You can't even dominate your physical health. What are you talking about? Start there, because energy is everything. Energy breeds success. Energy breeds power. Energy. People can feel energy. There's nothing better than seeing someone that is energetic, right? Enthusiastic, feeling, powerful, looking powerful, talking powerful. That is a life by design. And I know a lot of people that are doing really well existing. Like, do not be fooled. I've been there. I've done that. You got the money, the title, the company, you've got the business, but are you fulfilled? Are you at a point in your life where you're full of bliss, of peace and joy, and you're so full of it that it just radiates. It radiates from you. That people could stab you in the back. They could talk about you. They could do whatever, and it does not affect you because you're no longer emotionally immature. You're no longer emotionally codependent on the opinions and approval and validation of people that will not make a difference in your life. And that's what success is really all about. That's real prosperity. You know, when you enter that part of your business, when you are no longer working for profits, you're working for purpose, where you don't care what people say about you as long as it's not true. You just make sure it ain't true, because life has a way to defend those that do the right thing. Life has a way to always vindicate those that do the right thing. So don't you worry about what people say, what they murmur, what they grumble, what they finger point, what they backbite, where they, don't worry about that. Let it go. Let go and let God. You keep being you. You keep showing up. You keep shining. You keep doing the right thing because it's the right thing. Not everybody is going to understand you, but you know what? That's not your problem. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to cheer you on. Not everybody wants to see you shine brighter than them. Let's face it. I remember when I was the president of the Southwest Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in 2003. Did you guys know I was the president of the Southwest Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce when it was Hispanic? Spoke to somebody the other day. They're like, "Are you still part of the Hispanic Chamber?" I said, "No." They're like, "Well, it's not very Hispanic." I'm like, "I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means." So in 2003, when I was the president of the Southwest Florida, actually, I think if you ask ChatGPT, it'll tell you. Go ask ChatGPT about me. It'll tell you more stuff than you would ever dream of. I remember that one of my mentors said to me, "Lucy, listen, I'm going to prepare you for what you're about to do. Listen to this, because I want to prepare you for what, if you're going to have a breakthrough in 2026, if your 2026 is really going to be the year of you creating your own blue ocean of opportunity, if you're going to sail away from the red ocean of overcrowded, average and below average people and people stuck in their excusitis mode, if you're really going to open up this new frontier for yourself, and I'm with you, I'm for you, I'm here for you. Listen, I don't want you to shine brighter than me. I want you to shine brighter and brighter and brighter than anybody else, including me. I don't just want you to rise up. I want you to go so far. And that's why I want to help people to become their best version of themselves. Because I know what it feels like to be an underdog. Because I know what it feels like to experience what I'm going to tell you right now. So this person said to me, "I want to prepare you. I want to prepare you for what you're about to do. You're about to become the president of the Southwest Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce." This was 2003. And, I was making my debut. I was, the first Latina with her own team in real estate. And I had gone from being a nobody. I was finally starting to be a somebody. And I thought everybody was going to love Lucy, right? Because I grew up watching Love Lucy. I love Lucy. And I'm like, I'm nice. I don't do anybody wrong. Everybody's going to love me. And this person was like, "You're going to start feeling the syndrome of the lobster." And I said, "The syndrome of the lobster? What is that?" They said, "Yep. Have you ever watched a bunch of lobsters in a bucket? Soon as one lobster starts climbing, the other lobsters come and pull them down." Oh my Lord Jesus. I think I got a master's in lobster pull down. Oh my goodness. It was like, what just happened? You know what? It's human nature. As a matter of fact, let me tell you what I was taught in 2006 when I had I was the only Latina who had her own real estate television show on Telemundo and Univision. And the haters started coming out of the woodworks. I'm like, what just happened? And someone said to me, worry when people don't talk about you. Worry when people forget your name. Worry when people say things that are not nice and make sure that they're not true. And I was like, yeah. But you still go through being stuck to other people's opinions. And in 2021, I graduated, finally graduated. I don't know who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to you, give me a number 10 in the chat. Give me a me in the chat. Give me an I in the chat. We still live on stuck to other people's opinions of us, because who doesn't want to be liked? Who doesn't want to be? And I know. There's some people out there, I don't care what nobody says. You do care. It don't bother me what nobody says about me. It does bother you. You may let it go, but we prefer to be liked. We prefer not to be lied about. But you got to reach a point where you just like graduate from that. You graduate from people's opinion of you. And maybe that's why you're not on, louder on social media, because you're still worried about people's opinion of you. Maybe that's why you're not doing that one thing would get you in the front line more. Maybe that's why you're not doing more of what you should do and could do, because you're still playing small. You haven't given yourself permission to go all in. Go all in, my friends. If my bank account is telling me that every single day, every single night, go for more, go for more, go for more. Go for more. What else? Go for more. It's kind of like when you are in the boxing ring. Listen to me. When you're in the boxing ring and you're outperforming your contender because you jabbed them just right. And then what does the boxer do? Bam, 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 bam. And they don't stop because you're all in it to win it. Because winning is more fun than fun. And you and I were born to win and win big. You and I were born to win, and we were born to win big. And you know what? I'd rather get ousted by people that get sick and tired of hearing my voice and watching me shine than ousting myself like I did for many years, because I was playing small. I was playing safe. I was playing minute. People would judge me and I would shrink. I would clam. I would shelter up. Nope. That ain't me no more. You're either going to love me or you're going to block me. But either one is fine with me, because at the end of the day, I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to make an impact. I'm serving people at the highest level in Southwest Florida and beyond. I'm serving people at the highest level. If you start serving your buyers, your sellers, your renters, your owners, your builders, if you start serving your team, if you start serving your office at the highest level, man, you would blow it up. You would crush it. But something's maybe holding you back. Or maybe you're already on point. Maybe you're just here saying, I'm world class, I'm on point, I'm a pro player, I'm already where I'm supposed to be. Good for you. Kudos for you. Hand clap for you. Come teach some people. Come teach me. I still got some learning to do. I'm not done. I'm just warming up. I'm a newbie. Every level that I go to, I'm a newbie. Every level that I go to, I'm an apprentice. Every level that I go to, there's more for me to learn. I'm not done, and I don't think I'll ever be done, because I am here to play all out, be all in, give it all I've got. And that's how you build a life by design. That's how you build a life of legacy. That when you impact others, because if you're still only impacting you and it's all about you, me, myself, and I, man, there's still so much more. So we all know what to do to make money. More conversations, more follow-ups, be more visible, repeat, execute, be consistent, stop the excuse-itis. You don't need more leads. You need to work the ones you have. You don't need more information. You need to implement and execute on what you already know. You need to master your craft, whatever you're good at. Repeat, repeat, repeat for 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours is what experts say it takes to master something. This morning, I had a conversation with a broker out of Philadelphia. 192 listings generated by herself in 2025. I'm bringing her on. That's the kind of pro players I want to be around. That's the kind of pro level, on point, world-class people. Herself working her, database. 192 listings in Philadelphia, where it is freezing today. And what's our excuse for not showing up? I'm going to close out with this. I think it's time we all stop hallucinating that everything is so perfect. There's room for more. There's room for more. There's room for more. And if you're like me, you're not going to settle. If you're like me, you're not going to settle. Because there's always room for more. What's next? Where are we going next? Life is worth living. Your business deserves to always be scaling, not just sustaining. Scaling at another level, thriving, changing, growing. And if you're the leader, you're the cap. If you're the leader, you're the cap. If you're the leader, you're the cap, you're the lid. No one can grow beyond the leader. You're the lid. No one can grow beyond you. So keep scaling, keep thriving, and grow one hand up, one hand down. Scale one hand up, one hand down. Succeed one hand up, one hand down. What does that mean? Bring people with you. Real estate is one of the most selfish industries. No one wants to help anybody else. It's all about me, myself, and I. Me, 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 me. I know it. I've been doing this 25 years. I've seen every angle, every corner, every up, every down, every circle. In my first rodeo, it's a very dog-eat-dog world. But you know what? Then there's people like us. That's why I love that song. They're not like us. I don't know if we could. They're not like us. Isn't there a song that says they're not like us? There's a song that says, why would you want to be like the rest of the people when you could be the differentiator? Don't be the echo of your competition. Everybody does the same thing. Everybody says the same thing. We are living in the world of videos, and it's like I see these amazingly well put production, Hollywood looking like videos. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just going to keep using my own production company, which is me, myself, and I, and my phone, and my people here, and my backstage, business development director. And guess what? It ain't about perfection. It's about consistency, because done is better than perfect. And one day, things will be different, but I'm not going to let that stop me. Why would I let that stop me? So it's time to execute. If you're serious about growth, like me, comment, follow, give me your feedback, write to me, ask me questions, show up at MMA Monday Masterclass, show up at Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. Don't be antisocial. Don't come alone, bring a friend. And if any one of you wants to get my Prodigy's Path to Success, you could go to my Stand store. I got a Stand store now, and you could go buy it. It's an ebook. You could go buy it. I'm not sure how much it costs. I think my business development director knows how much it costs. I have no clue, right? But man, it is the 12 steps, the path, the 12 pillars for you to crush it in real estate. And I wrote it. It's what I have been teaching since 2018. And even before that, but 2018 is when I really put it together. Okay, it's about the Prodigy's Path to Success. I don't know if she could drop it in the comments, put it somewhere, put it on TikTok. It's in my stand store. I don't know. Go to TikTok. It's in my stand store. The link is there right now on YouTube. Maybe we could put the link on Facebook. You know what? Because it, I have made a decision. I am going to bust open my arsenal of resources. I started training in 2012. I've got more arsenal that I know what to do with, and it's time for me to start sharing it. So go to my stand store, get the Mastering Real Estate, a Prodigy's Path to Success. How much is it? Somebody put it in the chat. How much is it? I don't got to be perfect at this. I just got to do the work. I just have to do the work. $19.99, and you can learn how to, just triple your productivity. And then if you need more help, show up at MMA Monday Masterclass. And if you need more activation, show up at Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. And if you're ready to hire me as your mentor, make sure that you are open-minded and you're a big thinker, because one thing I can tell you is you will grow. I'm like Miracle Grow for people. I'm like the Miracle Grow for people. But in the meantime, go grab your copy of the Mastering Real Estate, a Prodigy's Path to Success. It's on my stand store. Until next time, my friends, I hope you got something out of it. I hope, let me know one thing, write to me, DM me, all right? Give me your testimonials. We've got about 1,000 people that connected with us already on here on this other platform. I don't know how many people have connected with us on Instagram and on Facebook, but I will see you next time, my friends. Ciao.